The Cleveland Cavaliers defeated the Indiana Pacers 126 to 104 to take game three of their second round matchup and to possibly save their season. I think this was a game that the Cavs had to win to save their season, to give themselves a chance in the series. And I actually believe that the Cavs are going to win this series now. I really do. But just want to go over a few things about this game that stood out to me. I would say the first thing that stood out to me about this game was the Cavs dominated the Pacers when it came to the rebounds. They killed them on the boards. They won the rebounding battle 56 to 37. And it was even more brutal on the offensive rebounds. They got 18 offensive rebounds, which led to a lot of second chance points compared to Indiana's 4 offensive rebounds, which was huge. The second thing is that Cleveland got their full team to play today. They got all their injured guys back, which I was not expecting. I thought they were going to be out for a few more games, but they all returned. They got Evan Mobley back. He made a huge impact. They got DeAndre Hunter back. And they got back Darius Garland. I would say Garland and Hunter did not have good shooting games, but just them being out on the court made a positive impact for their team. It allowed them to be better offensively because all those players are still threats. They're better than what the Cavs were lacking the last game, even though that they're not fully 100%. I feel that they have just enough to give to provide adequate production. Garland, even though he didn't shoot well, to me it seemed like he had his spring. It seemed that he was moving really well. He had his mobility, was good out there. It didn't really look like the bad toe was holding him back. So I think that's a good sign. I definitely do. I would say the other thing that was really big for me in this game was Donovan Mitchell had another dominant game in this game. He had 43 points on 14 of 29 shooting, which is a little bit above 50%. And this was the second game in a row that he dominated. Last game, he had like 48 points on 50% shooting. So I believe that Donovan Mitchell has figured out the Pacers, that he now just owns them. He has supreme confidence when playing them, and they really can't do anything about him. He's going to get whatever he wants at will, at ease, without much of a struggle. That's what it seems like to me when I've seen him these last 2 games. It's been incredible. That stood out to me. I would say the other thing that stood out to me is that this game was close at the start. The first quarter was tied 32-32. But after the first quarter, the Cavs just dominated the second quarter, 34-13, to open up a 21-point halftime lead. They were up by 21 at halftime, 66-45, and they never looked back, evident by the final game score of 126-104. They maintained the lead throughout the game. The Pacers had some runs, but they could never really get over the hump. So that's a great sign. But I think what caused them to go on that run was they played a zone, and their zone defense was super effective against the Pacers. So that was huge. The Pacers never could counter the zone, and there was a struggle throughout the game by all their players to be able to score against the Cavs zone. So I give Kenny Atkinson a lot of credit for making that adjustment. So that was big. And I would say that the Pacers, a star, Tyrese Halliburton, he was a no-show in this game. He was complete garbage. He was putrid. 2 of 8 from the field, 4 points, 5 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal. That's garbage production. That's not going to cut it. They need a lot more from him. They definitely need a lot more from him if they are going to win this series. He has to be better. And for the Pacers, only a few guys really showed up in this game. Siakam showed up in this game, I would say. Let me see who else. Benedict Mathurin, he was big in this game. He was the only guy who was playing great throughout the game. He tried to spearhead his team quite a few times to make some runs, and he had some success, but the rest of the team just couldn't follow. Like he played with a lot of heart in this game. He was giving his all out there. He was one of the few guys who showed up on the team. I say TJ McConnell was also playing super competitive. He was trying to win this game. He was playing good, but only those three guys I really felt were trying to win this game. I thought Miles Turner, even though he had a solid game, if you look at the box scores, 15 points on 4 of 7 shooting, didn't do enough. Really, like he had only 3 rebounds. That's not going to cut it. I feel he has to be a lot better. So I felt only those three guys brought in the game: Siakam, Mathurin, and McConnell. Other guys will have to show up. They're going to have to adjust to the Cleveland zone. Cleveland zone is so effective because just having Evan Mobley out there, having Jarrett Allen, 2 7-footers who are very mobile, just make it a hard zone to break. I don't know how the Pacers are going to break that zone by Cleveland. I don't know. I think that'll be very hard. But I think now Cleveland will win this series going forward for 3 reasons. I would say the first reason is that they have their full team back. They're back. I would say the second reason, I felt the Pacers were really lucky the first 2 games. You could say game 1, they won fair and square, but they got some breaks even that game when certain guys got hurt, like RJ Hunter with the hard foul and whatnot. And, they didn't win that game by much. That game would have been the typical game 1 a road team could steal, but the second game is a game that the Pacers should not have won. And they lucked out with Cleveland not having their full team and then playing stupidly in that final minute of the game. They could be easily down right now 2-1 instead of being up 2-1. So I think that's huge. And the third reason is that they can't stop Donovan Mitchell. They just have no answer for him. He's going to continue to get he's going to continue to torch them in this series. So I think Cleveland's going to make the comeback. I think they will come back and win the series in like 6 or 7 games. I really do. But it'll be very interesting to see game 4 if Pacers can just gain control of the series. For them to win the series, game 4 is a must win. I think they have to put Cleveland in a 3-1 hole. If they don't do it, it's definitely over for the Pacers. I expect game 4 to be a war, but I think Cleveland will win it.